So it does look like we got this severe storm near Sardis area. Maybe it'll try to latch onto the boundary a bit if it's able to turn pretty hard right. It's going to have to turn right hard though. That's really the storm. I have to head toward Hickory Flat, just on the south side of that boundary, and see if that'll stay on that warm side. That's the current plan. I'm likely going to be shifting to flash flood mode eventually in the Corinth area. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we're going to head toward Hickory Flat, try to intercept this thing. Alright guys, I'm going to head toward Hickory Flat and try to intercept this severe storm. Not too far from there. And we can get just on that unstable side of the boundary, see what we can do. Woo! We got a severe storm at least, Sardis. I'm in Ripley, heading west toward Hickory Flat. That's where I'm going to head next, trying to get out of this severe storm. But I do think that the main impact of this event is going to be flooding. I think there's going to be some major flooding potentially tonight. And that's what my focus is going to be shifting toward through the evening. Maybe out toward the Corinth area. Everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm targeting that severe storm that's near Sardis right now. I'm dropping southwest, loosely targeting the Hickory Flat area, where I do think there is maybe a chance of an outside threat of a tornado, but it does have a severe thunderstorm warning right now. I got to go a little bit southwest to get back in the warm air. Ripley, it was warm, 75, 76 degrees, and a little storm developed along it. Caused that rain cool air to surge off to the south. A little bit of a shelf cloud that conserved, I think, as well. And now headed down. A new severe storm has developed out near the Sardis area. That's where I'm heading next. Does have a decent shape on it. There's the shape. It's trying to latch onto that warm air near the Sardis area. All depends on if it can turn right and mature. That's the target storm. It's going to have to turn hard right. Still watching those bubblers too down southwest of Tupelo, but they are struggling so far. We're definitely going for this severe warned one off to the west-southwest. There's my location. There's the severe storm off to the west. It's going to have to turn hard right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to focus on the flooding, I think, tonight in the overnight hours. I just really wanted to dig for some quartz crystals out there in Arkansas, too. That was one of my main plans as I was coming out here. So I head down to that Jim Coleman mine. This one is definitely starting to turn right near Como. Look at that, the southern edge definitely has a little bit of a concavity trying to turn right. It's going to have to turn hard right for that thing to have any potential of producing. There it is. There's the severe storm closing in on the Como area. Yeah, I heard about that. Starting to ramp up again. Definitely new MD. And it's kind of in the open warp sector down there as well. Much possible. Tornado or two possible. Yeah, so we got a new MD out. Large swath of central and northern Mississippi now. Just have to decide up here in Blue Mountain, drop south. That one? Probably. I don't see that one dominating, so I'm going to drop down toward Tupelo. Yeah, I'm probably going to drop down Tupelo, maybe even south of there for that new threat of those renegades that could evolve. And definitely south of that outflow boundary is the key. Yeah, I'm going south. I think I left on the 22. Drop in. Storm down near Eupora is trying to intensify, certainly. We have the one severe thunderstorm warning near Sardis. We got the bubbler southeast of Grenada. They're looking pretty good. Pinned it up near Armory to Hamilton to Tupelo, kind of a triangle. See these renegades that are trying to develop down near Upora, well to the southwest of Tupelo. That's the next target. See the renegades down there? Even starting to go up with little hooks on them near Upora. Those are going to keep lifting northeast. Probably will impact south of Tupelo. Near that armory area. Also, that supercell near Como has my eye, so I got a couple of different target areas now. About 30 minutes from Tupelo, and then we'll drop south of those storms. Yeah, those storms are maturing. Even a little closer to Tupelo, they're trying. Yeah, then I get on 22 and then head southeast down toward Tupelo. Back into the open warm air, everybody. Getting close to convective temperature down there, probably at convective temperature. Notable jet will increase a bit late. Same track we always do, it seems like. Drop it south toward Tupelo, and then probably drop it south from there too, unless a storm on the northeastern side of those bubblers are able to take over. Models have kind of been that's our minute next. Probably going to be more of a they'll need a mesocyclone to mature. Starting to get some high clouds coming in. That's probably jet stream. see is about 40% chance of a tornado watch coming soon. So I can already see some blue sky off to the south. I can even see those bubblers way due south and south-southwest. I can certainly see the bubblers. You can see the silhouettes with those high clouds in the background acting as the canvas. You can definitely see the silhouettes off in the distance of those bubblers that are trying to organize. On TikTok because they say it's dangerous. I think there's some hater or somebody that keeps reporting my videos because them old ones look at TikTok. It's probably Gage or one of those guys. But there's definitely some issues, inconsistencies with the review process on TikTok too, but I'm just about fed up with it. Moving on from that damn platform. I think it's more for like dancing videos and stuff like that anyway. Not as much my cup of tea, even though I can dance. I just don't enjoy it. And then I take a left on 22. Storm is maturing. They're starting to get that little bean-shaped sickle appearance to them. They're trying to go up. Wondering if some of these might develop additionally. So coming down from the south, from the north. Thunderstorm warning on that storm south of Memphis. Unable to stay anchored to the warm air. The storms are trying to initiate near the Eupora area. Extrapolating it would probably be near Okolona. Yeah, I'm coming into Batesville, or New Albany, excuse me. eventually drop down to Tupelo and then eventually southwest from there. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Oh. Yeah, that storm down near Eupora is definitely trying. Echo tops are a little bit higher on it, but it's going to be a gradual process for that bubbler down there. I do think eventually they'll probably mature. And probably will turn into potentially even tornado-producing storms as they move up toward northwestern Alabama, through northeastern Mississippi as well. Bubblers are, it's another term for those renegade storms. Kind of all by themselves and on that prefrontal confluence lines, along prefrontal confluence lines usually. But that's the one I'm watching, north of Eupora. Watching that thing for intensification. That's the storm, and I'm dropping in from the north, from New Albany, to work those renegades. I'm going to go to Tupelo and then back south from there and just see what these things look like. Storm to the northwest that did have a severe thunderstorm warning. That has been allowed to expire. That got dropped. I just got a report from Vince saying it's 64 ahead of that Holly Spring storm. So I agree with dropping down into the open warm sector. I can already see some of the tops of those storms up in the distance too. 78 degrees down here. As that right entrance region comes through. renegades off to the south too. All the way down to the I-20 corridor. The best wind shear is definitely further northeast, so I'm kind of targeting that lead one. See if that one will continue to intensify. Bubbler, 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 bubbler. New renegade storms, relatively young, but gradually starting to mature as they're lifting up into northeastern Mississippi and eventually through northwestern Alabama. Dropped the warning, that one up north, and I think that it has just slid into the stable side of that outflow boundary, so say that the threat of tornadoes is decreasing with the northern mode along the differential heating boundary. And I can definitely see the tops of those storms off to the south-southeast, just southwest of Tupelo. I can actually see the top of my target storm already. Discussion with 40% probabilities for a tornado watch to be issued, and it goes all the way down to the I-20 corridor where some of those are starting to develop. Well, southwest of Tupelo, but I'm going to come into Tupelo and might hedge a little bit south toward those renegades. That looks a little bit better now. Still wondering if these are going to mature or not. We'll just have to see. Probably will eventually. But right now I'm kind of watching this little storm right there. That lead one. That lead bubbler. You can see a couple of other ones, new ones that are trying to go up too. have to see if those are able to mature. They may not make it. But those are the bubblers. Just waiting for that tornado watch. Toward Armory in an hour or so. Could be interesting. There's that large mesoscale discussion now. Showing you that. The axis is 1,000 K, the nosing all the way up to where our storms are developing further northeast. It's a mesoscale discussion. Amory. Should have known. I got it. I'm looking straight up. Pointing this straight down on the phone. It's pretty easy, buddy. Keeping an eye on some of those storms to the southwest of Amory. Or renegades down there. I think the northeastern renegade you're going to need. Storm's starting to intensify kind of rapidly on that. It's just southeast of the Houston area. Oxford, you've just got some heavy rain that's coming in from the west, but you should be in the clear in Oxford. Maybe that storm to the west of Shelby could try to intensify, but I do think that a little bit less than a likelihood now in Oxford. And in fact, some of these renegades will be lucky if any of these do mature. We'll just have to wait and see. I think they're going to continue to struggle. Analysis, there's actually 2 to 3 1/1 kilometer shear where those storms are bubbling and moving into up through the Hamilton area. So a little narrow area across northeastern Mississippi to northwestern Alabama that does look quite favorable for storms. Many tornadoes across Tupelo. I got one back in 2014 we were chasing a Dixie Alley season. Instability, big warm sector available for these. A lot of surface-based cape starting to nose up into northwestern Alabama as well, so quite a favorable large warm sector for these. Considering heading down toward Armory or maybe even a little bit north of there, over toward Hamilton. Out in the tropical Pacific and a cold PDO around the northeastern periphery of that Pacific in the northeastern corner. And then you've got a warm blob of anomalies, an NPO blob. That's the North Pacific oscillation, more in the North Central Pacific. That encourages the formation of a ridge in the North Central Pacific, and then you get those amplifying storm systems diving south along the western U.S., and then they do the pivot point and then eject across the plains and the central U.S. Dropping down to Amory to get ahead of that band of renegade storms that are trying to mature down there. turn, buttery turn. Are you talking about the clouds? High clouds? Like butter as well. Margarine. That band of renegades is going to be to the south of the mid-level clouds that you see just in front of us. I do love this town. Spent a lot of time in this town working with Hyperion Technology Group back in the day on our field science with Discovery Channel. I'm meaning to stop by Hyperion headquarters, but just not enough time. Gotta get in front of these storms. Possibly could have ended Tupelo maybe tonight, maybe near Hamilton. And then if I head back toward that ice storm, make a surprise visit up to those folks. Storm is still trying to bubble a little bit. It's the one that I've got my eye on. So I'm dropping down toward Amory. The lead storm. I'm starting to look a little better. Target storm right there. South now. Jackson for the southern end, those renegades down there. Oh, if those turn hard enough right, maybe even they'll develop a tornado threat, but the wind shear isn't quite as favorable down there. Really want to be on this storm, the lead one. It's intensifying southwest of Armory. Northeast on Armory toward Hamilton. Maybe a little too far south. My liking. Smithville, just to the northeast of Amory, is right. Amory is right where the EF5 went. April 27, 2011, Smithville. Whoa! Whoa! hours at least. Probably should have gone back north. This should be okay as well. Northeast of Newport, I was definitely trying to dominate. Also the ones in Louisville, eventually get those near Columbus even. A lot of different storms. In order for a storm to become tornadic though, it is going to have to turn pretty hard to the right. In that storm, it's just southwest of Louisville right now. Eventually we'll also head towards Starkville as well. Lots of different storms. The Chase is starting to ramp them now, suddenly. Happening. The shear seems to be hanging on. Some of these early storms, you think one of these shimmy on over to Amory. See those renegades just off to my south, moving up toward the Amory area, eventually up into northern Alabama. It does look like a greater threat of tornadoes appears imminent tonight. Smash that subscribe button, smash the notification button, smash the like button, hit every button you can. Or don't, either way is fine. After this storm. So it gets a little bit elevated, doesn't it? It's not surprising, but that is the lead when I was kind of rocketing off to the north a little bit. Looks like it's behaving almost like a left split. There you can see the storm right in front of us. It's definitely elevated. Elevated above some type of a camping inversion. elevated, almost like a left split type of a storm. We're looking at it just to the southwest. Still waiting on this MD to put out that tornado watch. Multi-cellular storms has increased across southwest Mississippi, likely the result of persistent low-level confluence combined diurnal destabilization. Expectation is for these storms to continue northeastward into an environment characterized by slightly less buoyancy, slightly greater vertical wind shear. Split base right in front of me, and then you got a couple other storms back just to the southwest of there that seem to have a greater likelihood, a little bit more inflow than these two back behind it. It's almost like these lead storms there are almost prepping the warm sector a little bit. And then you can see that new base off to the south. You definitely see it pretty well defined right in front of us. Convection, everybody. We are on convection. Looks like surface-based convection too. It's coming out of central Mississippi. Basically, where these storms are moving into, the environment they're moving into has sufficient wind shear for a tornado threat. I'm about to head east on 41. Right in front of us, pretty big base. Ahead of these developing storms. Yeah, I think the probability is definitely increasing for tornado potential. Band T is starting to look a little bit healthier too. Amory. I do think that storm out near Manatee is going to intensify. Definitely be the one we're going to chase. Yeah, Amory up towards Smithville, then eventually up toward Hamilton. That's going to be the track we're going to take, following these supercells as they go. It looks like some of these updrafts are almost prepping the environment for the storms back behind them, kind of the leading edge of that right entrance region of the jet streak. Little subtle lift with the right entrance region of the jet streak is all it takes to encourage the formation of these renegade storms. Definitely maturing. Pretty sure we're going to be on tornado warnings. Pretty sure it's going to be happening. Just got to wait and allow these to mature, head toward our location. But boy, right now, the storms are really starting to organize. At sunset too, as is often the case will happen. Just right at sunset, that's when the storms really start to mature and bubble. This lead one definitely looks elevated, and then the one back behind it I think is surface based. Out near Manatee. Thanks to my friend Randy for helping me refocus. I was starting to get my head in the gutter. I was thinking about even heading toward the ice or looking for crystals there in Arkansas, but thanks to Randy, getting me back focused. Robbie as well, thank you. Robbie saw that tornado back in the 1970s. It's in the area right now, so we're pretty close to being near the storm. I got the lead one that's off to the south. I can see the rain shaft from that one. That one looks a little bit elevated. And I think that the one back behind it, closer to Manatee, that one I think is becoming surface. Get a little bit of rain now for that storm, just to the immediate south. Yeah, there's those storms down near I-20, but the low-level shear isn't as favorable down there. So we're working this one up further north. A lot more favorable wind shear, and in fact, this one also has signs of inflow into it. See that red region? That storm relative inflow into the target storm as it's starting to ramp up and mature. That red area down there, that's the inflow into this intensifying storm. permanent this year. Not quite as ready as I thought. Well, it looks like those ones that are heading in the general direction of Columbus onto the south might even have a better chance. That one between Louisville and Ackerman. Here really quick. No, maybe not. That goes on scan. Definitely need that right entrance region of the jet to come overhead. I think that's once those storms there in Louisville start to head toward this location. I think it's game time. Turn in here really quick. See the base of this left split right up there. It's definitely the left split. Left split base, even a little bit elevated. Probably gonna have to get down near West Point. Yeah, that red area is not what we thought it was. Right now I'm in the Amory area, Amory, Mississippi. So I'm watching some of these storms. You can obviously see that this base in front of me is a little bit elevated. Classic kind of a left split appearance with a little bit of inflow tail coming in from the north. Another storm just to the south of it might be a little bit more surface based. Maybe that one out toward Manatee is, but I think that all of these are elevated, and I'm kind of watching those storms near Louisville that are a bit more robust on long distance radars. I think that those are probably a greater likelihood of being surface based, but I can hear the spring peepers singing off in the distance. I can see the rain shafts as well off to the southwest of these lead elevated storms, but I think playing the long game as the threat of tornadoes is going to increase as we get closer to sunset and after sunset, east central Mississippi up into the northwest part of the state. Probably going to head a little closer to Amory. River, hunting camps down there, kayaks and whatnot on them. You can see the tornado watch in all its glory, back even all the way to I-55. Even Jackson is included in that tornado watch, Columbus. Oh yeah, it's throttled pretty hard on the this other phone, another Apple phone. Getting to the other side of the river here. Looking off to the southwest. Base even looks elevated on these lead ones. There's a couple that are nice and tight up to Amory, excuse me. Coming into Amory now. Warning, sewer lagoon. Hear the peepers? Listen to the peepers. Yeah, I heard there's a logfish in there too. It's hilarious. All right, let me restart this stream. I gotta clean the lens, fire it back up. Hold on. Watching some of these storms slowly intensify. Really interested in some of those clusters. This one looks a little bit elevated. It's raining on us right now. These ones are starting to intensify. I do think that a storm could come out of that here pretty soon. And we do have a tornado watch out for this area. A large section of central northeastern Mississippi, western and northwestern Alabama. Moderate probabilities with that watch. It does include Tuscaloosa. So look at that, Tuscaloosa all the way up to Muscle Shoals, back toward Tupelo. Even Jackson is included in that tornado watch. You hear the spring peepers singing in the air? Yeah, the threat has increased, certainly, as these renegades are maturing. Shoot a quickie as live here right in front of the sewer lagoon for Accu. Oh, that smells bad. I'm in Amory, Mississippi with a tornado watch that has just been issued that continues all the way through evening, and that's because of the threat of renegade supercells increasing out of the open one sector. There's already been a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings even down near the I-20 corridor in Jackson. Then you can hear the spring from singing. Listen to that song that generally means that spring. Get out of this sewer line. Nearly drove off the edge. Great. We're back. Get out of there! Look at this big rain shaft in front of me coming from this elevated convection. Pretty crazy. Nice hotel there. lot of cyclonic curvature with just about every little streamer within that. So that's obviously organizing. My plan is to head towards Sulligent, work this area, the trifecta, get out ahead of it a little bit. That's a very interesting storm. Go time. Sky of that maturing storm off to the south. Yeah, now I'm heading towards Sulligent. You can see all the cyclonic curvature to all the reflectivity elements. A lot of streamwise vorticity currents all streaming in toward that mesocyclone. So I'm going to head towards Sulligent. Got a north option, east option there. I'm going to head up toward Hamilton, and I think that is the target storm, moving into that environment of 300, 0 to 1, and it's turning hard right. Storm just to my southwest. Look at that thing. Hooked like appendage. Definitely organizing. If any storm has a tornado threat long term, it is that one. The road network isn't the best here until you can get out toward Sulligent, Queen, Winfield, and Hamilton. Those areas. options. They're heading off to the east-northeast. Yep. Yep, here's our read audio. Is headed off to the east-northeast. Oh, I see the base. Very well-defined base. Wow. See that open area again. Very well-defined base on it. It's definitely coming at me right now. Base. A little bit of an appendage in the middle of it too. Let me see if I can get to a better viewpoint. radar sight. You can see that thing is coming at me pretty fast. The circulation's actually back there, so we're looking at, but it's time to get out ahead of it. It's close to the radar sight. The radar sights are right there, right overhead. Thank you so much for the super chat contributions, everybody. Thank you for the stars. Facebook supporters making all this possible. There's a radar sight. Lightning frequency ramping up on a quick. slide back there. There's the storm. Wall cloud, base on it as well. There it is, everybody. You're looking at the storm approaching. I'm going to turn back around. Trying to run this stream. Oh, sorry. Here it comes. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice.
So I was sitting in Amory. I saw you drop by.
Wow.
I was like, well, might as well get behind him.
Great
We're doing
news.
the same
What's your
thing.
name?
My name is Adrian.
Hi, nice to meet you. Sorry, I got the double stream going.
I completely understand.
I like listening to the spring peepers too, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Being a little separate.
Really
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
here. From Mississippi.
Oh, wow, that's awesome, man. Very nice to meet you.
It's in the backyard.
Yeah. I might go a little bit east. We'll see. Just to stay ahead of it while it's not producing. That rain shaft is looking pretty good though, so. But yeah, if you can make sure you turn your lights off behind me when I'm trying to look at the storm, then you can see it a lot better.
Yeah, of course.
That's all. Sorry, man. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. That base is getting crisp. Holy cow.
Never stop chasing.
Never stop. It's not looking as organized, but it is getting really close to the radar also. Also, that storm that's to the southwest of Brooksville is looking quite interesting. Definitely going to be smart just to pop east, I think. Get back out in front of it. See if it'll organize. The lightning frequency is robust. funny when I hang out with people, I just end up listening to storm chasing stories all night long. I'm not a very good storyteller though, I'm more of a listener. Not very good at storytelling. I have it in my head, I'm just not very good at telling it. Some of those people will just talk forever. Just expert storytellers feed to this, harvesting the energy of those around them. Always respected the storytellers. That might be my friend, Robbie. Slow upload speed on the AT&T network. Yeah, I drove through Wiener. Heading up towards Silla, Utah, Alabama. Love to tell their own story and not listen to another person's story, but they like to tell their own. Something I've kind of learned over my 40 years. Love to tell their own story, which is good. It makes sense. intensifying, we just haven't downloaded the next scan. there is the severe warning. Southwest portion of that storm is what's of interest. Maybe I can even see it. Yes, I can see it. It. Watch for those lightning flashes. Watch for those flashes. Right. Thank you, sir. Wow. Great. Can't see anything now. Inflow's starting to ramp up on it. There's the edge of the wall cloud. Oh, there it was. Well-defined lowering in there. Well-defined lowering in there. It was. There's definitely lowering in the middle of it. Oh, very well defined. Just saw it right there. I'm going to turn on the gravity wave sensors here. Wow. There it was. Very well-defined base. Yeah, did have a lowering on the southwest side, as you can see. On that latest strike. Wall cloud off to the northeast. Wow. Oh, very well-defined lowering back there. Wow. Shining the flashlight out at me. People are weird. Can't even park out at the street. Turn your light off. It just blows up the road. Oh, I can see it really well defined now. I'm going to come around just on the edge of town here, looking back at it, see what it looks like. Very large storm. Yeah, I'm leaning toward blasting all the way to Gooing. Andrea. What in the world? Just northeast of DeVille. Look at that. Strong rotation near DeVille right now. Just northeast of DeVille. Feed everybody back there. Unlimited data is not true. It doesn't exist. It's almost up. Going east toward Gooing and then make the next call. Do I go north or south? Looks like that left split came in and then pinched off our target storm a little bit. when it continues northeast of DeVille. Still has that strong thing out there. Probably getting throttled by your carrier. Noticing some unique things that are happening here. Alright, I'm going to turn off the gravity wave sensors maybe for now. Thought that thing was about to produce back there, but it's behaving as you might expect. Off my flip. That's out, squeeze it out a little bit. So I'm going to continue headed east to Gouin here and see what the next play is. Never stop. Might be getting throttled on my other phone here on AT&T. I've started to notice some things. My phone off this whole time, but still sending messages. I'm in Gouin. Storm evaporating off to the north. Left split came in, seemed to pinch it off a little bit, but heading into Gouin to regroup for this long period of tornado potential ahead. But yeah, I am getting throttled pretty hardcore by AT&T, it seems. We made that change to the carrier, which was unusual. I don't even know what that means. Could just be this area that's like that. Figure out a navigation.